U.U.U. What's up, y'all? I want to shoot a quick video to speak negatively about my watches that I love. Obviously, the things I'm about to say are not deal breakers, but I've owned these watches for long enough time to have some, some reservations and and just to pick up on little negative things to say about it, to be like, that's something they can improve upon. That's something they can improve upon. It's not a perfect watch. So let's talk about these negative issues with these watches, guys. It's tons of great videos out there. Yeah. It's great watches. Yeah. But can somebody talk negatively about it? Can somebody just be real that own these watches a little bit? Just talk straight up and talk about some negative things with these watches. So that's what we're about to do, guys. Let's jump right into it. So first and foremost, let me just grab it and just talk about some negative things with this watch. So right off the bat, the brushing on this watch is a bit coarse. It's not as luxurious and smooth and refined as the brushing on this bracelet. See that? It's just, and then you see this one. It's like it's night and day, the brushing on these two watches. So it's not the most luxurious brushing on this bad boy. So they can improve upon that. Secondly, I have a sticky link. Let's find it. Yeah, that one. That's a sticky link. So yeah, they can improve on that right there. So yeah, let's just improve the quality of your bracelet. So that's two things. I'm going to give you 5 each. The grip of this bad boy right now, it want to work because, I just got through putting alcohol on it and my fingers are dry. But most people, you get a little grease on your finger throughout the day. And this thing gets a little slippery sometimes. So they can improve like the design of the bezel to make it a little more grippy, add some more grooves in there, and that would improve that. So that's 3 things. The 4th thing would be this crown doesn't line up at the absolute 12. Some line, it's not even lined up horizontally straight. So it's just random how these logos are lined up, and mine doesn't line up all that, at the exact 12 o'clock. So then lastly will be the AR coating. Guys, when you take this thing outside in direct sun, the AR coating, the sun causes this kind of glitching effect where you can see all the little circles and squares and triangles, making the dial look smudgy. So there'll be some instances where I'm trying to wipe it off and I'm like, what is that? It's the sun directly hitting the AR coating. You know what? I'm just going to show you. Let me show you. Let me take this outside. Let me show you what it looks like when the sun directly hits this dial and bounces reflections back at you because of this double AR coating. It's beautiful in the bathroom. It's beautiful in the clouds. It's beautiful in the shade. It's beautiful, in most situations. But when you step outside, direct sun, and things start bouncing about back at you, it looks smudgy. So let me show you. Come on. All right, so here we are outside, guys. Want to see something cool? Check this out. So I'm putting the sun directly in the middle, and you can see reflections just binging off that double AR crystal. You can see circles and squares and all kinds of shape just blinging all off the inside of that AR crystal. Look at that. When I first saw that, I thought I had some smudges on the crystal, so I went to wipe it. But look at that. That's trippy. So yeah, that's what double AR does in direct sunlight, guys. Alright. So you guys saw that. So that's 5. That's 5 things I've mentioned that can be improved on this watch right here. All right, let's go to the next one. Next would be the Speedmaster. What are 5 things that, guys, right off the bat, I picked this thing up and it's sharp right along this edge right here. Listen, when you do polish meets brush, it's a nice, luxurious feel. But boy, when you go brush on brush, whoo, that's sharp. That is sharp right there, guys. And that's not opinion based. This is not, I'm a mechanic and I got calluses on my fingers and I've built up some strong calluses so I can say it's not that sharp. Guys, this is matter-of-factly sharper than the previous watch. This feels like running my finger across some scissors, if I'm being honest with you guys. So this thing can be quite scrapey. It can be quite sharp on because it's brushed on brush. So an improvement they can do is do brushed on polish. Polish the back like the last version. Last year's version had a polished back. This is brushed. So when you do brushed on brush, ooh boy, that makes a sharp cut right there. Next would be this logo. It does, you know, bang up against the clasp and causes that little bruise right there. So that's two things: sharp, and the logo brushes up against the and that's thing. Two more things. Water resistance. Let's improve the water resistance on this thing. I'm scared, you know, shitless of jumping in the pool with this, getting in the shower with this, because when my eyes see that two gaping pusher holes, I don't care what you say. I don't care if you say it's 50 meters water resistance. I see two gaping holes in there. And I'm not going to risk it. So that's three things. The fourth thing could be the winding. So, you know, if you forget to wind it and you lose time, if it sits in your box, but, you know, you got to come back and adjust that. That can be a negative thing. And then lastly, the hidden logo on mine isn't at the absolute 12 o'clock. So I can only imagine that, you know, the people at the shop are just throwing these crystals on there without trying to line up that hidden logo at the absolute 12 o'clock. You can't see it here. I got to get some light bulb inside of this crystal to get some distortion going so you can see that hidden logo. So let's do that real quick. Come on. All right, guys. So look real close so you'll miss it. Look in the middle of the dial, right there in the middle of the light bulb. You'll see a hidden logo. Right there in the middle, right there. Might want to pause it, but it's there. Mine is just off to the 1 o'clock and not the absolute 12 o'clock. So my hidden logo is just leaning off to the right. So looks like they're just throwing these crystals on without lining them up. But they're still cool. All right, guys. So yeah, those are the 5 negative things that I was able to find about my watches, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching me bash about these bad boys. They get so much love, they needed somebody to talk bad about it, right? All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you found some more negative things to say about these watches, put it in the comments. Maybe Omega can make some improvements on it. All right, till next time. Ow!